What if I told you your life isn't shaped by your goals, your dreams, or even your beliefs, but by your habits? Every decision you make, every pattern you repeat, is training your brain to either grow or decay. This isn't motivation. This isn't mindset. This is psychology, behavioral psychology. The truth is, you are not what you intend to do. You are what you repeat. From procrastination to late-night scrolling, from emotional eating to avoidance, these aren't just bad habits. They're learned behaviors, reinforced over time by your environment, your past, and your need to escape discomfort. But here's the wake-up call. If your behavior is programmed, it can be reprogrammed. And that means the life you want isn't out of reach. It's on repeat. You just need to learn how to break the loop. You don't have a motivation problem. You have a habit problem. We've been sold a myth that success is about passion, that change comes from inspiration, that motivation is the magic spark. We need to finally become the person we want to be. But here's the truth. You don't have a motivation problem. You have a habit problem. Motivation is fleeting. It feels good, it gets you hyped, and then it disappears the moment life gets uncomfortable. That's why so many people start strong and quit early. Because motivation doesn't build your future. Habits do. Behavioral psychology, especially the work of pioneers like B.F. Skinner and John B. Watson, teaches us that human behavior isn't driven by inspiration. It's driven by reinforcement. What you repeat, you strengthen. What you avoid, you weaken. And over time, these patterns, these loops, become your life. Think about it. You say you want to get healthy, but you keep skipping workouts. Is it because you lack motivation? Or is it because your brain has been conditioned to associate exercise with discomfort and Netflix with reward? You say you want to stop procrastinating, but you always find yourself scrolling. Is it because you're lazy? Or is it because avoiding stress has been reinforced by temporary relief, again and again? Here's what most people don't realize. Your brain doesn't care what you want. It cares what you repeat. Every time you choose short-term comfort over long-term growth, you're training your nervous system to expect the easy way out. And the more you repeat that pattern, the deeper the groove becomes. But here's the good news. Just as behaviors can be conditioned, they can also be reconditioned. You don't need to feel inspired every day. You just need a system, a routine, a plan that's so simple, it's hard to fail. And most importantly, you need to stop asking, how do I feel today? And start asking, what identity am I reinforcing today? Because every action is a vote for the kind of person you're becoming. You don't need more motivation. You need to master repetition. Success is not sexy. It's not loud. It's not viral. It's boring. Consistent action, done in silence, repeated daily. So the next time you tell yourself, I just need to get motivated, pause and remember, you're already being motivated by your habits. The real question is, are they moving you forward or holding you back? 2. Your habits are programming your future, and you don't even realize it. Here's a hard truth. Your future isn't determined by your dreams. It's shaped by your patterns, by the tiny actions you repeat every single day, often without even noticing. This is the core idea behind behaviorism, a major school of psychology developed by scientists like John B. Watson and B.F. Skinner. They discovered that human behavior isn't random. It's learned, reinforced, and repeated. Not because of passion or purpose, but because of rewards. Let's break it down. If you check your phone the moment you feel anxious, you're not doing it because you're lazy or addicted. You're doing it because your brain got rewarded with distraction. If you procrastinate on that important task, it's not a motivation problem. It's a conditioning loop. Task equals discomfort, gives avoidance equals temporary relief, gives your brain says do it again. That's how habits work. And here's the scary part. Most of it is unconscious. You're not thinking your way into your future, you're repeating your way into it. You don't decide your future, you decide your habits, and your habits decide your future. But here's the good news: if habits are learned, they can also be unlearned. If your behavior is programmed, it can be reprogrammed. And it starts with awareness. Ask yourself, what am I rehearsing every day? Are my habits aligned with who I want to become? What patterns am I reinforcing? And what are they costing me? Behavior change doesn't require a full personality overhaul. It starts small, one new habit, one new choice, repeated, until it becomes you. Because success doesn't come from what you do once. It comes from what you do consistently, and over time, consistency becomes character, character becomes identity, and identity becomes destiny. So the next time you catch yourself in a loop, stop, notice, and decide, is this the future I want to build? Because your habits are not just actions, they're blueprints. And they're programming your life, one repetition at a time. 3. You say you want change, but what are you doing every day? We all have ideas about who we want to be: confident, successful, healthy, fulfilled. But here's the uncomfortable truth. You are not who you say you are. You are what you repeatedly do. This isn't philosophy. This is psychology. Welcome to behaviorism, the science that says, it's not your intentions that shape you. It's your habits, your environment, your repeated behavior. You can tell yourself you want discipline, but if you hit snooze every morning, you're training your brain to delay life. You can say you want to be a writer, but if you never sit down to write, you're reinforcing avoidance, not creativity. B.F. Skinner, one of the pioneers of behavioral psychology, proved that human behavior is shaped by reinforcement. That means your brain learns what to repeat based on what feels rewarding or what helps you avoid discomfort. Let's be clear, you're not lazy. You're not broken. You're not unmotivated. You've just been rewarded, over and over, for doing things that keep you small. Every skipped workout reinforces I don't follow through. Every distracted scroll teaches your brain that discomfort equals escape. And every time you wait for motivation, you delay momentum. But here's the good news: behavior is learned. So behavior can be unlearned. You don't need to be inspired. You need to take one small action and repeat it. That's how identity is formed. You want to be someone different. Do something different, and do it often. Want to be confident? Start showing up where you used to hide. Want to be healthy? Start with 5 minutes of movement, not perfection. Want to be disciplined? Make your environment frictionless and your habits obvious. This is the power of behaviorism. It shifts the focus from what you feel to what you do. Because feelings are fleeting, but actions create patterns. Patterns become identity. Identity becomes destiny. So the next time you say, I want to be better, ask yourself, what am I doing to become that person today? Because your brain doesn't listen to affirmations. It listens to repetition. You don't rise to the level of your goals. You fall to the level of your systems. And systems are made of behaviors, not beliefs. So stop waiting, stop talking, start doing. Because you become what you do, not what you say. So let's bring it home. You don't need more motivation. You don't need a better morning routine or the perfect planner. What you need is to understand this. You are the product of what you repeat. Every action, no matter how small, is a vote for the person you're becoming. You're not stuck because you're lazy. You're stuck because your habits are running the show. But here's the good news. Habits can be rewritten. And change doesn't start with a breakthrough. It starts with a choice to show up, again and again and again. So ask yourself, what are you repeating today? And is it building the life you want, or keeping you from it? So ask yourself, what are you repeating today? And is it building the life you want, or keeping you from it? Because in the end, your life won't be defined by what you hoped for. It will be defined by what you practiced. Change your habits, change your life. Because you are what you repeat. Thanks for looking.